Okay, I wanted to talk about a tough love advocate. And sometimes I understand and I get it. You have to do the tough love thing. But when you learn about different personalities and different perspectives, we know that and are able to realize that everyone is different. Everyone handles things differently. I mean, if that tough love that tough love advocate way of coming across to individuals worked flawlessly, then why do we have so much homelessness? Why the war on drugs? Why the mental illness is running rampant? So the tough love is good, but you have to know your people you're tough loving it out with, right? And so everybody is not for everybody. And so I'm gathering a little information here, and it says, okay, this is for those that deal with situations by the tough love mechanism, right? Let's see here. Individuals who tell others to stop complaining and highlight that many people have overcome similar problems to succeed may fall into various categories, which is motivators or coaches. People who aim to inspire and motivate by emphasizing the potential for success despite challenges. A realist or pragmatist, those who believe in facing challenges head on and finding practical solutions rather than dwelling on complaints. Optimists, individuals with positive outlook who encourage others to focus on opportunities and growth rather than dwelling on problems. Experienced individuals, those who have personally overcome challenges and share their experiences to inspire resilience in others. And then they talk about the tough love advocates, people who believe in a direct and assertive approach, encouraging others to take responsibility for their situations. So it says here, while these perspectives can be motivational, it is important to consider individual circumstances and the need for empathy in addressing challenges. Not everyone's journey is the same, and acknowledging difficulties while fostering a supportive environment is crucial. So, on the flip side is while tough love advocates may have good intentions in encouraging individuals to take responsibility for their actions, it can potentially be damaging depending on the approach and the person's emotional state. Here are a few considerations. And before I read these considerations, this is why it's so important for those that are licensed personnel to closely work with coaches and those that have experiences they can talk about that are not licensed. So, you know, and it can come together rather than bashing people, rather than fostering that jealousy, rather than bringing up envy, rather than bringing up and acting on comparing yourself to others. Working together, it can happen. Working together, and that's where a big impact can happen. So the considerations would be impact on mental health. For individuals already struggling emotionally, harsh or critical language can exacerbate stress and negatively impact mental well-being. Number 2 would be different coping styles. People have different coping mechanisms, and what works for one person might not be effective or suitable for another. Tough love may not resonate with everyone. Potential for shame or guilt. Excessive emphasis on personal responsibility without acknowledging external factors may lead to feelings of shame or guilt, hindering rather than facilitating growth. The need for empathy. Understanding the root causes of someone's behavior and showing empathy can be more effective in facilitating positive change than purely employing tough love tactics. The next one is encouragement versus criticism. That's a biggie. That is a biggie. Constructive encouragement is often more beneficial than harsh criticism. It motivates individuals to take responsibility without damaging their self-esteem. So overall, it is essential to strike a balance between accountability and compassion. Each person's situation is unique, and a one-size-fits-all approach may not be suitable. So them old, decrypted ways of doing things, I don't know. Encouraging personal responsibility can be valuable, but it should be coupled with understanding, empathy, and recognition of the complexities surrounding individual challenges. Just something to think about as we listen or take part in trying to help people. Like they say, you can help an injured bird, but you can damage that injured bird if you don't know what you're doing. Let me add a few more pointers. When I say if you don't know what you're doing, that's not meaning to be taken offensively. What it means is that people have been through certain situations that you cannot lump together with other situations. You know, I seen someone that responded, well, I got over what I went through in no time, whatever short period of time it was, and you need to do the same thing. Now, listening to someone that is a licensed personnel will tell you, and listening and working with people that go through things. And I remember a licensed personnel would say, some people it can take 2 months, 2 years, 2 decades. It could take a lifetime to get over something. And then also think about it. Just something to think about, where if people go through, like, not just saying the word narcissist because it's a buzzword going around. When people really, really go through some stuff that you may not understand, you may not have been through, we need to watch it. We need to really watch it, because we can push these people out further than where they are. Are we the ones that are pushing them to suicide or homicide? We got to be careful. I mean, yeah, it's okay for that tough love. I get it, because I did it with my kids. But when we learn that everybody is different and everybody cannot take that tough love approach, And then also I wanted to bring up another fact is, the people go through things and you see people homeless, drugs, mental illness, and you say karma, the word karma. And that's their karma, and they should have whatever karma, So that's just like living in everyday life and everyday people and everyday going to work. We don't know who's who. So for someone to say, for example, come into an emergency room and you say, well, they're like that because of their karma. That's none of my business to say that. That's none of my business to say I'm going to treat you a certain way because you're getting your karma and I'm going to help you out getting your karma. I stay away from that. I'll get a 10-foot pole on that type of thinking. It is not my responsibility. It is not my business. But if somebody come across my path and I can help with a word or whatever I can do to get somebody that can help them, I will do that. It's not my business. It's not my prerogative. I know nothing about anybody else's karma, regardless of what I may think in the back of my head.